Okay, in this video, I'll be interviewing Miss Zuek Ziyi. She is the first runner-up in the recent Miss World pageant, 2015. I worked with Miss Zuek a few years ago on the publication. So in my book, Leaving the Pain Behind, I have a picture of her holding one of my other books. So this is the book, Leaving the Pain Behind, stories about tattoos and the painful stories behind them. So you want to get a copy of this book, go to dewdropbooks.biz and you can find it online. Okay, enough of advertisements. Let's get straight to the point. Miss Zuek here. Is your name pronounced the same as that actress Ziyi, Chan Ziyi?
No, her Chinese name is Ziyi and my Chinese pronunciation is Ziyi.
Ziyi, okay,
Yeah,
so it's Ziyi, not Ziyi. Okay, fine. Okay, so how do you feel about getting the first runner-up in this competition?
I mean, I was delighted that I could. I mean, it's a lot better than my previous position in Miss World. This is actually my second attempt. So the last attempt I got in top 5 and this time around I got in second. So yeah.
So you have actually made an improvement. But some years ago you also won the Miss Singapore, Miss Southeast Asia, Miss World.
Yeah, I've won Miss Singapore, Southeast Asia, Miss Bride of Singapore as well.
That year was 20...
Miss Singapore Southeast Asia was probably 2012 or 13, and then Miss Bride of Singapore was 2013. Yeah.
So you were, happier during that time?
I get to travel and I really enjoy my international experience where I get to represent Singapore and travel out of the country. So that one was really fun. So I really enjoyed that. So in a way I was happier because I get to represent my country.
Yeah. So but for this most recent competition, was it not as high budget as the other previous ones that you took part in?
Actually, in Singapore, the most renowned pageants are Miss Singapore Universe and Miss Singapore World. So definitely these are more big scale compared to the previous pageants.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I see.
In Indonesia, like
But nowadays we hardly remember the names of the beauty queens and all that. Do you think that it has sort of been forgotten? So that it's gone not as the crown becomes something not as coveted as before.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is a fact. It's not something. It's not a question. It's like a fact because MediaCorp has stopped covering all these beauty pageants since I think maybe 10 years ago, because it wasn't getting enough like publicity from the public, and I think this is also because partly because of the organizer, because of the money, because of the government. I guess Singapore is not so, how to say, we take more pride in our degrees. Yeah, so partly because of all these reasons. So it's not.
So for the latest Miss World, it will not be televised, right?
You mean for Miss World or Miss World Singapore?
Miss World Singapore?
Miss World, no, it was like a quick summary was done by Yahoo. Yeah, so that was about it.
That was about it. So no publicity in MediaCorp, no televising or whatever. No. What's the prize money like in this current Miss World?
Current Miss World?
Yeah.
At the moment, there's no prize.
No prize.
No cash prize.
No cash prize. What do you get out of it? Just your crown?
Actually, I was surprised myself because I didn't know that there wasn't any cash prize until
you were not aware that there's no cash prize until
this was my second attempt.
So
the first attempt which I joined, there was a cash prize of 10,000 for the winner, 5,000 for the first runner, and 3,000 for the second runner.
So this time round there was no cash prize at all?
This time round, because I joined thinking that the criteria would be the same, which is a mistake on my part. And then after winning, they didn't announce the prize. But I did ask the organizers and they said that they will call me back, but at the moment it's still pending. So there might be a prize.
Okay.
Might be.
Are you disappointed?
Slightly.
Alright, after taking part in so many pageants, what really is your intention? Is it that you want to get more exposure because, or whatever reason you just want to prove yourself? Or?
Yeah, a lot of people ask me the question.
Yeah.
Actually, at the very start, when I first started joining pageant, my first pageant was Miss Singapore Universe, and then it was more just for fun, for exposure, for experience. Actually, more for experience because it's something that you see on TV when you're young, and then you listen to people being beauty queens, and you really want to be one of them. More for experience. It doesn't matter if I lose. So I got in top 5 that year. It was not bad. But my grooming, it was my first pageant. I felt like I didn't have enough experience. My makeup was horrible, my hair was horrible that year. So I thought that if I had a second chance, I would have done better. Which is why my second pageant, I participated in the Miss Singapore World then. That was 2011 because someone called me to ask me if I was interested. So because of that, I decided to just give it a second try. And then I lost again. I got top 5 because I was nervous. I was nervous that year, and
during the question and answer time, you were nervous.
Yeah, and I didn't sleep the previous night.
Oh, okay.
Because
you're too excited, too anxious.
No, because they were asking us to do like a PowerPoint presentation.
Okay.
And they said that 60% would be the PowerPoint presentation would take up 60% of the score. Okay. So I spent the entire night doing that PowerPoint presentation, but it was not shown at the end. Okay. So I was kind of disappointed on the stage, and I mean, if I was more experienced, I would have coped better. But
so
then
you appeared emo and all that.
No, I was just like nervous that I couldn't do well enough since I put in a lot of effort on the PowerPoint presentation. I didn't really prep on the Q&A.
Okay.
So yeah, so that was my second try. So after that, because I was still feeling like, oh my god, I should have done better. So since I was still feeling that way, there was this other pageant coming up, and I was pretty sure I had a good chance. So I gave it another try. So I got the crown then, and then Bride of Singapore. It was actually because I was in the modeling industry. I am in the modeling industry for like the past 7 years.
Okay.
So then I just started, but I know quite a few people. So the organizers of each pageant actually invited me to join. Yeah, which is why I ended up joining so many pageants. But Bride of the World, I got the crown again, and that was actually my best pageant so far. I had like 5,000 in cash without installments. Yeah, and I got the chance to fly overseas for like twice. I met the other contestants like 3 times because they were in Singapore once. Then I flew to Macau for the pageant, and I flew to Beijing as well for a fashion show for the pageant. So that was really fun.
So getting first runner-up in a so-called recognized pageant, do you think is like a better result than getting the crown in a not so recognized pageant?
I think overseas, yes. I think in overseas context, yes. If you get first runner-up in a more renowned pageant, it would be much more useful than getting the crown in a less renowned pageant. But in Singapore case, because pageants are not so recognized, despite Miss World and Miss Universe being the only recognized pageant in Singapore, but it doesn't really give us much publicity and exposure. So I feel that being the first runner-up does not really give you a lot. So it would be better to win the crown in a less renowned pageant.
Okay. So will this be your last time? Would you be trying again?
I don't think I'll be trying again because I feel that this time round I've known that I've improved. I know I've done well actually. I know I've done well this pageant. Though it could be better, but I felt like I've done well. And I feel that if I've joined if there's a chance for me to join like some other pageants, the result will be the same. I wouldn't really gain that much anymore. So I feel like probably this would be my last pageant.
This is the last pageant.
But I might join the international pageant.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay,
Yes,
that's interesting.
I really like to know. I really like that experience.
Can't wait to watch. Okay, so do you think there's anything that can be done to improve, let's say, the image or whatever of these pageants, so that the participants would and organizers and all that would take it more seriously and have more sponsors and others coming in?
In Singapore?
Yeah, in Singapore. How do you think this thing can be improved?
That's a really hard question because I feel that the pageant these days, they do not really have like big, how to say, publicity even on their recruitment. So I think that's like the first step to change it.
Okay.
And then actually there's a lot of things to be done, but I think it's all related to money.
Of course.
Yeah, but if there's good recruitments, publicity on social media is not that expensive. Good recruitments, there would have been better sponsor, because if there's better quality girls, the sponsors would definitely improve. And I feel that there is a need to put in a lot more attention on the stylists and makeup artists, because personally, if you ask me, I mean, based on general Singaporean public view, they think that beauty pageants, the girls in the beauty pageants are usually ugly. They don't think they're beautiful. They don't think they look good at all. But that's because they are viewing it based on the pictures that were taken. And the sponsors are, how do you say? There aren't many sponsors to choose from. Yeah. So I feel that if the quality of girls are better, there will be higher chances of us getting better quality sponsors, getting better stylists, better makeup artists. And as everyone knows, makeup does everything to a girl, right? So with better makeup and styling, I'm sure the girls will look a lot better, and then there will be better publicity. Yeah, so I guess that's one way that the pageant can be changed, but of course it's easier said than done. Yeah.
Or just like promoting sports. If I don't think the government will be interested in coming in to sponsor
Actually-
pageants, like the way they sponsor sports.
Actually,
So
the
probably-
pageants actually do a lot in supporting all these little causes, all these big and small causes. But the only reason why it's not working out is because there's not enough money. So if, let's say, there's better publicity, better monetary like sponsors, then all this would have worked out a lot better, because with better monetary sponsors, then we could look about going to supporting more causes. At the moment, they are doing like, we are supporting the Lions Club, as in Miss World Singapore is supporting the Lions Club. But if there are more sponsors, the pageant would definitely be a lot longer than what it is now. It will be longer, and the girls would have more time to do more things to contribute back to the community. I don't think that's a problem, because a lot of the girls join wanting to do something for the community, yeah, with their beauty. So I feel the problem is with the recruitment and probably the sponsors.
At the moment, what are you actually doing for a living?
At the moment,
Yeah.
so I'm working at the aerospace industry as a project coordinator.
Project coordinator.
Yeah, so I'm working in Singapore Institute of Aerospace Engineer. I'm also still working as a freelance model, and I teach inline skating. So I've been teaching for the past 10 years. So at the moment, I'm still looking towards creating a career or creating a lifestyle on skating, or the things that I love, or my passion. So I'm doing blogging as well, like a lot of things. So I hope that all of these things could fall into place. Yeah, trying to make all this fall into place.
So you've been blogging about travels, your travels. Have you been blogging about that?
I've been vlogging about a lot of things. I vlog mostly about um, the different things that I get to experience, because my life are not that, how to say, not that similar to most Singaporeans. So I usually
Yes.
vlog about my experience. So my experience would includes not just on modeling, but my skating experience. I was a national skater, so I'm currently sponsored by Fila. I'm still sponsored by Fila. So on my skating experience, which includes my international not pageant, international competitions, and my traveling experience. So my latest country was North Korea. Yeah.
This was North Korea.
Yeah.
Have you blogged about that?
Not yet. It will be
I-
up soon, probably next week.
Okay. I read something about Bali. I think we went with Peggy Heng.
Yeah. I went to Bali, but that was
Yeah.
years ago.
That was years ago. Oh,
Yeah, my last one was North Korea.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just read about the Bali one recently.
Yeah, I just blogged about Philippines.
Philippines. Oh.
Yeah, before North Korea, I was in Philippines, and
What are places you like to go to? Exotic places, adventurous.
I really love nature, so
Mm.
I like to experience like the seasons, and traveling. I guess it's exotic, but I guess just more regarding nature, related to nature.
So, are you into the kind of fashion blogging, like you buy new things and then take selfies with them? What do you think of blogging this way?
Editorials.
Mm.
Editorials. Personally, I do like, of course, I like fashion and beauty, but my my take on life is more regarding do whatever is good for you. So I do not believe that materialistic things are that necessary, or that it will benefit you that much. So I do blog about, for example, my hair treatments, my facial treatments. Those kind of still in a way benefit you mentally and stuff. It benefit your skin, but regarding like clothes and all, I don't blog about them so much. I mean, I still like it, but I don't blog about it so much. It's something that I could have and I could do without. Yeah.
Do you think you'll ever be able to make a living from blogging like some of the other female bloggers, who do kind of lifestyle blogging?
Well, if I put in enough effort and attention on it, then yes, I could. But I'm not exactly putting enough effort and attention to my blog. That's why it's not doing like exceptionally well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, do you have anything like against sort of advertorials? Saying good things about sponsors, and sort of censoring all the unpleasant things, experiences, and all that. Are you game for that? Like, because recently there have been some argument between some of the so-called top bloggers in Singapore about them not telling the whole truth about some sponsors.
I would personally feel that it's unavoidable. It's something like if you're purchasing a product, let's say a computer, a MacBook, the salesperson will definitely have to, promote the best they could about the product. So regarding the bloggers, if it's a paid editorial, I guess they don't really have a choice. They have a choice on whether or not they want to take up this project, but a lot of the times things are not fully 100% told to us, like before we take the project, and then after you take a project, after you try is another thing. After you try, then you will know whether or not the product is good or it's bad. But I guess one advice that I could give to the readers is that if the product is really good, you could actually feel the bloggers being so genuine and sincere about promoting the product.
Okay.
Of course, we still have to do our best to be politically correct
Yeah.
regarding those products that are doing so. But yeah, but a lot of our sponsors are nice people, and they really putting their best in trying to make their product good for everybody. So I guess it's
Have you done
unavoidable.
any paid advertorials in your
Yeah.
blogs? You've done
Yeah,
paid
of course.
advert for what kind of products?
Usually beauty treatments.
Beauty treatments. Okay. So you get free treatment or
Yeah, beauty
monetary?
Both.
Okay, so both. You get payment and you also get
Mm.
free treatment. Okay, so that sounds pretty good.
Yeah, actually most of our sponsors are. I mean, most of the product I've tried are really good.
Okay.
Yeah, really.
So your conscience is clear when you're promoting.
Yeah, they are good. I guess I'm more of a straightforward person. If I don't like the product, I can't really lie so much.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'll try my best to be politically correct, but I can't really go like, oh my god. Yeah, I can't really do that.
Okay. What about some of those bloggers who go for plastic surgery? They're offered free treatment, then they fly over to Korea, and then they blog about their experience and all that. There are a few bloggers who have already done that, like some actress in A Boys to Men. Has done quite a bit of such blogs. So what do you think of that? Do you think you'll ever go for that?
What do I think? I mean, a lot of them are my personal friends, so yeah. Well, I guess everyone would like to improve on themselves, whether or not it's on looks or on anything else. It depends on what you want to improve on. So I have no, I'm not pro it or against it. But
Personally,
regarding
would you
myself,
go for it?
regarding myself, if it's a big surgery, I would not do it. But if like little things, little minor like alteration or improvement, there might be a chance I would consider.
So if somebody in Korea approaches you and then you may decide to take up the offer?
I might.
I mentioned in this blog about the pageant that during your photo shoots and all that, because photos have been photoshopped, and then so you're somehow not aware that you look a certain way in front of the live audience.
No,
You mentioned something like that?
I was referring about my own pictures. It's like
Okay.
you know nowadays there's a lot of like apps like the beauty cam,
Okay.
and then they would actually automatically improve your features.
Okay, so not Photoshop, it's automatic.
Yeah, it's
kind of
automatic.
improvement.
So
Okay.
because I've been using like usually taking pictures with apps,
Okay.
because it's like I don't really like to Photoshop my pictures, and it's like minor alteration. So I usually take like pictures based on the app, and then during the pageant, during the final itself,
Yeah.
looking at the pictures taken from like all the photographers and video, I'm like, oh my god, do I look so horrible in real life?
Horrible,
So
horrible in what sense?
I felt
Which
like
area?
I was living in an illusion, like in my
Yeah.
own illusion, because
Yeah.
I've been looking at myself through the beauty cam. So I'm like,
Yes.
oh my god, I've been looking at myself through this beauty cam app the whole time. That's why I think I'm a lot more gorgeous than how I actually look.
Yes,
That's what I thought.
That's
So,
what
but-
technology does to a lot of people. Yeah. As such a well-known personality, on social media or whatever, do you get guys hitting on you?
Actually, not that much.
Oh,
Honestly,
that's surprising. You don't get.
there are guys sitting on me like sometimes like when I'm on a job, usually on a job, but that's because while on a job we are very like approachable, and because we're on a job, it's like they felt like they could talk to us. So usually guys that talk to us are mostly on jobs, but I don't really have guys hitting on me that much.
Really?
Yeah, not that much.
Okay.
Sometimes, but not so much, because maybe because I don't really go out often, or because usually when I'm out I'm on my high heels and I'm too tall, so they don't really want to talk to me.
Okay.
Yeah, but not so much.
Not so much. Okay. So when do you think is the best time that for you to like settle down and all that?
Best time
Yeah.
to settle down.
When you
Soon.
found the right one, or
Yeah, soon.
at a certain age, or whatever.
I think soon, really.
Soon? Oh,
I mean,
okay.
because not hopefully I get to find the right one soon. But I feel that probably before 30.
Before 30, so you
because
set yourself that
I mean,
time frame.
not that I set myself a time frame, but everyone around me is settled down and
Okay.
maybe around 30.
Around 30. Okay.
Around.
And how far are you from there?
That's a secret. I'm on my last maximum age to join Miss Singapore World, so
Oh, okay. So
I'm already on my last maximum age.
what's the minimum maximum? 18?
Minimum I think 18.
18. Maximum is
I don't know.
30? Okay. All right. Okay, so do you think you will still be able to continue doing what you are doing after, let's say, getting married or getting hitched or whatever?
I think it really depends on the partner.
Okay.
Yeah, it really depends on the
So the partner says, okay, you continue modeling.
I probably would not be able to give it as much commitment, but then again, when that happens, the priority in life would have changed, and that yeah, I would still hope to be able to continue on what I love, but whether or not I would really be able to do it will depends on the situation then, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
You like to have children?
Huh? Sorry?
You like children?
I'm alright with children.
You are alright, children.
Alright, yeah.
Okay, so as a mother, you probably, can't do a lot of things that you're doing right now.
I don't believe in that.
You don't believe in that?
These days, I think these days women are really strong. They could do like everything.
So you carry your child and go.
No, I mean I have
hiking?
friends. I have friends that still models with their kid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have friends doing that. And there's a lot of things that women now are empowered to be able to do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I mean, of course, you have to choose what you wanna give more attention to, but I think it's still doable. Yeah, so it's kind
Are you close to your family?
We're alright.
All right. Okay. How many of you in the family?
I have 2 younger brothers.
2 younger brothers. You're the eldest. Oh, so you take good care of your brothers.
They don't like me to take care of them.
You
They
don't-
prefer if I.
Yeah.
leave
So,
them
so you
alone.
don't like boss over them or whatever?
I think being the eldest is like automatic.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Okay.
natural.
Yeah,
I try not to
it
do
is.
it, but I think I do it.
Okay, okay. And how old are they now?
My second brother, he's 20. He's 1.5 years younger than me.
Okay.
And then my youngest brother, it's 8. Like, how old is he? Maybe he's 19 this year?
In NS.
Yeah,
In NS.
yeah,
Okay.
19.
And on this note, I would like to thank Ziyi for this interview, and I wish her all the best for her future endeavors. After watching this video, I hope you have a better insight into beauty pageants. They may not be what you think they are. Not everyone who takes part in these competitions is a bimbo. In fact, some of them may deserve a lot more respect than what they are getting from anonymous critics on social media. Finally, one last word from Ziyi.
Hi, so you could follow me on my blog, Instagram and Facebook, and the link will be below. Thank you.